Hey, speaking of inanimate objects,
Did you notice how both of us were inanimate at that very moment? I mean, does that say something?
hey, welcome to the Classic Series for October, my birthday month of 2016.
You be
And,
13?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not.
Not.
Hey, we had an interesting guy yesterday. Robert Costa. He's from Priorat, Spain.
Oh, Priorat.
Family, but I'm thinking. I asked the guy. I said, "So how long have the family been in the business?" I'm thinking since the 1700s. One of those European established families. It was 1994. I said, "Oh."
We saw how much money people were making from wines grown in our area, and we decided we wanted to as well.
Well, it was actually kind of interesting because he said that his father started the winery because he wanted to give employment to the people in the neighborhood because it was a poor area of Spain, and he was hoping to create jobs. And now that they started these wineries, they've actually
Not anymore.
They
Yeah.
got growers and they got all kinds
Unbelievable.
of stuff.
Yeah, Priorat is like the hottest area in Spain right now.
Did you look it up the 40 years ago?
Oh, no, I didn't. Sorry.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, okay.
So we have some interesting wines this month, and partially like names, partially like the idea behind them. All the juice is really good, but it just unusual. And then you pointed out that they're all corks in the Classic Series.
I know. Don't these people ever learn? It's amazing to me. I mean, we're getting a lot of limited series wines and wines that are too expensive to go in a limited series that are on screw tops.
caps.
Come on, let's get real here.
Well, I don't know if you ever met my uncle Art Iconian. He passed away last month, Sandra's uncle, and he's the guy that invented the spoon straw and the
Right.
flexi straw. You look him up, Arthur Iconian, Aykananian. You'll see he holds those patents, but he also worked on the synthetic cork with Coca-Cola when his company sold his company to Coca-Cola when they were creating Taylor Sellers bar caps, and they had a synthetic cap in the bar cap. And so he taught me so much about cork closures and traveled to Portugal to look at the cork farms. Gave me that plug of bark with the cork so you can punch out of it. It's a really cool piece of tissue.
This is one of those wines that really annoyed the holy bejesus out of me because it was so hard to get information out of them. And then when I finally did, it was a fascinating story. And so I start to taste the wine. I go, I'm not going to like this wine. I go, oh man, this is good.
It's fascinating wine.
This
It
is
is Zin
really-
Syrah, which is a bizarre blend.
Well, yes and no. I mean, but still, I mean, my gosh, this guy's really a loon, but he makes some incredible wines. And he's having fun. I think that was really the fun part is he's having fun. He just doesn't want to tell you what he's doing. Actually, they do. They just don't know how. I think their website was all messed up. Anyway, but it turns out to be an unbelievable bottle of wine. $14 on the shelf would be a steal. $7.99 at the reorder. That's like a highway robbery.
Well, I get the Zin spiciness.
Absolutely.
Clearly, but it'd be great Zin on its own, it seems like. And then you get this Syrah that sort of gives a little punch at the end with
That's right.
with some
exactly.
blueberry and stuff.
Exactly, and it perfectly blended. It's beautifully made wine. I'm giving it a 96.
And it says served with Mammoth. And it does, it's interesting. And let's see, what's the district? California, because the alcohol content is just approaching 15%, so it's got to be from,
It's from Lodi. There's some parts of it from Lodi. It comes from about 4 different areas, and it's 5 different grapes. All right, so it's all over the board. But the fact is, who cares? I mean, these sommeliers now, they want pure wine. They want wines that are unobstructed by any outside influence and are all from the same vineyard.
It makes no sense.
That's impossible. You want good wine, idiot, don't you? Or do you want or do you want a label? Drink the label.
Who are you calling an idiot? I give it a 96 too. I think it's great value. Great value.
Cheers.
I forgot how good that was. In fact, that was one of the wines I tasted and I went, gee, this is really good. I'm looking at it again. This is Ed's, AD 2012.
Yeah, that was funny. AD 2000.
Okay, here's a classic.
Oh, my God.
And I met the woman that came up with this idea, though the wine came from a different source. And they created these labels. And this is San Ynez. It's all San Ynez. It says Central Coast. It's a great Chardonnay. Okay? It's just a great Chardonnay. And it's a 2013. But you're supposed to write like to and from on here, right? I mean,
Yeah.
And then thanks. Or you can get congratulations or, whatever.
Yeah,
Happy anniversary.
I know. And, these are the kinds of products that you find in, like, the 99-cent store that didn't make it because their marketing was just a little lacking.
The problem is this isn't low-end Chardonnay.
This is a pretty phenomenal Chardonnay. What are you talking about? Even at $17, which is what they were trying to get for it, it was a great bottle of wine. I've tasted $25 bottles of wine from Santa Barbara County. It didn't taste as good.
The nose is killing me.
You know,
it's
but,
so floral.
but it was such a goofy concept. I mean, I was totally confused because I'm going, okay, they got like 6 different of these little things, you know, happy wedding, whatever, and happy birthday. Well, do you get 2 of each in your case? Do you have to buy each one?
And they made a lot of it. Each one of them, they made a lot of each thing, and apparently it didn't work. But I had to feature the wine because the juice is so good.
It's fabulous. Look, $6.99. You don't look at the label. You just buy it and drink it.
It's really good.
Put it in a paper bag.
I give it a 95.
I'm at a 95 too, easily. I mean, I you know how much I love Chardonnay, but this is really delicious.
It's so funny. But you still can use it this way. Oh, it's Bien Salud. You can still do it. Put to Ed from Paul. Thanks for all the great support. Not.
And then there's that. And just when you thought you were
And it
free,
pairs with chicken.
not that chicken. That's a little overcooked, if you ask me. Oh, good, you got the fly.
Is this sous vide?
Never ends. These are our boys. You know something? I don't know who these guys are, but I really like them because I like their concept. I like their wines. I like their prices. They have a cool name, and you know, and they have a nice clean label. They tell you what it is. They give a nice story in the back. What more do you want?
The guys are real farmers, though. You know, negotiating with them is like negotiating with a farmer. In fact, the other day we had a guy come in. Our state assemblyman, our old state senator, Bob Margette, called me. He's getting on in his late 80s. He goes, Paul, I wanted to... Now, Bob Margette helped me get on the Planning Commission in Arcadia in 1990. So he's retired from politics. He goes, Paul, my son's making wine up in Paso. Can you see him? I'm like, oh, great. He's really a farmer, but now he decided to make some wine. So I go, Bob, bring him in. So he came in. The guy's really a farmer, okay? And I get it now. You know, we always understood that the farmers in the wine business, but I get this guy because he comes in, he's got a beard, he's got a flannel shirt on, knows nothing about winemaking, made the wine somewhere else. Wine was very good. Mm-hmm. He made 100 cases. And I said, this must have cost you a fortune. I said, you're never going to get your money out of it. He goes, yeah, I know. I don't know how to market it. I don't know what to do with it. What should I do with it? I'm like, okay, you made 100 cases of wine, but you didn't know what you were going to do with it before you made it.
So, and the point is,
yeah, it's like
I've never heard that story before.
New, you know, so I explained to him a couple of things, but I said, you're not going to get your $20 a bottle probably paid to make it. 100 cases? That's 100 cases worth of labels, 100 cases worth of corks, 100 cases worth of caps.
You don't have to tell me.
Which is not enough, right? Anyway, thought that was really interesting. This guy negotiates like a farmer, too. But the wines are really good, and it's interesting. He's taken these Italian varietals, right?
Yeah. He's been really, you know, absolute about it. I mean, they've been making wine now for what, 15, 16 years, something like that, under this Uvaggio name, and
it's better than its Italian counterparts.
In many cases,
much softer,
it is.
Much softer, a lot more fruit. This is a 96 for me.
Yeah, it's really, really delicious. Basically, some of you might know the same grape as Zinfandel,
which is not necessarily the case.
Yes, it is. It's necessarily the case. But
it's spicier.
Well, in this particular
case, a little leaner. But I like this compared to the Puglia version.
Well, in some cases, yeah. But you know, this one's California. Like I often said, California makes the best California wine in the world.
That's right.
Thank you.
You're very clever.
I'm a 96 on this too. Yeah, actually.
Really good.
Mm-hmm. And last but certainly not least,
spicy but good.
Spicy.
Just again, packaging. You know, they put it in the least expensive bottle. But I thought, what a refreshing, bright Chardonnay, California.
And what an idea! It's called Rockbrook, which means a lot in the wine business. And they guess what? They have a picture of rocks in a brook. What a concept!
This has got tangerine. It's got peach. It's a little fat in the middle. It's got some body. It's just a fun, light, easy drinking wine.
Well, well, I don't know. I think it's got a little more complexity than that. I think you're sounding a little short. I think it's really, really nice wine. It has. You know what this tastes like? It tastes like there's some of that Muscat clone of Chardonnay
you know what?
in it.
You're right.
Because it's got that orange peel sort of thing going on.
I agree with that.
And it's really, really sweet. Not sweet in terms of sugar, just sweet in terms of nice. So I'm doing a 95. $13 on the shelf, $6.99 reorder. Go find a $6.99 Zinfandel or Chardonnay, please.
There's not a Chardonnay lover that I know that wouldn't say, hey, this is pretty fun.
I don't know any Chardonnay lovers. Do
Oh,
you know any?
yeah. Well, we have to
Just
drink
kidding.
Rombauer.
No, that's our show for today. October already. 2 more months and it's 2017.